Welcome to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Injuries at sea, basic first response maritime workers should know. Working in a maritime industry often means strenuous, difficult, and potentially dangerous working conditions. Each year, maritime injury law firms represent clients who are injured, permanently disabled, or killed while working on a ship or platform at sea. These tragic consequences can sometimes be lessened by the act of the shipmates who can provide the right first aid following an accident. Those who pursue an able-bodied seaman certification must, in fact, complete basic safety training that includes CPR training. But all crew members should understand the basic first response for the most common types of maritime injuries. Neck or back injuries at sea. Back and neck injuries can on a vessel because of falling, being crushed by moving cargo, being hit by swinging gear, or being struck by falling objects. Many maritime injury claims are the result of serious spinal injuries. If one of your shipmates suffer a serious neck or back injury, call or radio for medical help immediately. Do not move them until necessary. If they are wearing a helmet, do not remove it. Only raise the face mask to check of the breathing. If the victim is not breathing, perform CPR but do not tip the head back as normal. Transport the victim flat with head and neck secured by rolled taut or sheets to prevent movement, using a team to keep their spine aligned during any shift to backboard or stretcher. Only if the victim is choking or vomiting, use a team to roll them onto their side with 2 or more people keeping their head and neck aligned with the spine. Cover with the blankets and treat for shock until medical transport arrives. Electrocution. On board the vessel, ship electrical system, electronics, and heavy equipment operate in a wet environment, making electrocution accidents a concerned maritime fire safety issue. Often the victim is found unconscious, not breathing, and may still be part of the circuit that caused the injury. If you witness or suspect electrocutions, you can just turn off the electricity source first before touching the injured person. If you cannot turn off the electricity at its source, use a non-conducting tool made of wood, plastic, or cardboard to separate the wires or machinery from the person and yourself. If the victim is not breathing or has no pulse, begin CPR immediately. If the victim has severe burns, seizures, irregular heartbeat, or difficult breathing, call for emergency medical assistance. Bandage burn areas with sterile gauze and antibacterial gel or cream. Keep the person warm and under observation until professional medical care is available. And then the neck is fractured and broken bones. Broken or fractured bone are a common type of a maritime personal injury. Complications of these injuries lead to many to contact a maritime injury law firm. The result may include long-term disability or loss of earning potential, especially when on-board treatment is incorrect or inadequate. If a crewmate suffers a bone fracture, use pressure to stop the bleeding if needed. Immobilize the break using a splint without attempting to realign bones. If there is serious bleeding to bones pierces the skin or the area appears deformed with bluish extremities, Call for emergency medical assistance. Apply ice packs to reduce swelling and pain. Treat for shock, laying the person down flat, keeping them warm, and elevating their legs if possible. Simple fractures may be set and treated by a ship's doctor, while crush injuries and complex fractures may require onshore emergency treatment. And then heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Maritime work is physically demanding and takes place in all kinds of weather conditions. One of the most difficult problems to stop early is the heat-related syndrome of a heat exhaustion. Symptoms include goosebumps, dizziness, cramps, nausea, and rapid heartbeat as the body core temperature rises to dangerous level. Heat exhaustion becomes heat stroke, which can be life-threatening. First aid for heat exhaustion include move the person out of the sun into a shaded or air-conditioned space, have the victim lie down and elevate their legs, remove tight or heavy clothing, provide plenty of cool water and cool beverage without alcohol or caffeine, apply wet clothes or wrapped ice pack to areas where the blood runs close to the surface, including the back of the neck, wrist, chest, and forehead. If the symptoms do not improve after 1 hour, or sign up of heat stroke develop including fainting, confusion, seizures, or internal temperature greater than 104 Fahrenheit, call the emergency medical assistance. And then head trauma and brain injury at sea. Moving cranes, lines, and unsecure gear can swing wildly or break under the pressures, causing severe head trauma. Improperly maintained equipment and failure to follow maritime safety information and guidelines can be a contributing factor to those serious, debilitating, and life-threatening injuries. If one of the shipmates experiences a serious blow to the head, provide this first aid response. If the skull does not appear visibly fractured, apply pressure to stop the bleeding using a clean cloth and cause bandage. If they are wearing a helmet or handhead that has been damaged, leave it in a place except to treat heavy bleeding or perform CPR. If the victim does not have a pulse or is not breathing, begin CPR. Keep the person still and lay down with the head and shoulders gently elevated. Protect their head and neck from the movement using rolled towels or sheets during transport. Concussions has symptoms including nausea, headaches, and confusion, and it is often treated by ship doctor with a complete medical examination, rest, and observation. Symptoms of brain injury require emergency medical attention and may include passing out, weakness in an arm or leg, unequal pupil sizes, slurred speech, and seizures. Recovery and resources for injured maritime workers. There is no doubt that working on a vessel dock or a platform can be dangerous. Because of the industry dangers, maritime law requires ship owners to provide injured workers with maintenance and cure. Those injured in the course of their work at sea are entitled to coverage of their medical bills and financial support. While they recover because normal workers' compensation does not usually apply to maritime workers, there are other legal protection for injured seamen and their families. When ship owners and employers do not keep a vessel, a crew and equipment safe and seaworthy, or do not provide proper maintenance and cure, there are legal paths to fair compensation under maritime law. Option after serious maritime injuries. The training of the crew in the CPR, first aid, survival, and safety procedures is an essential responsibility of a ship owners wherever they sail. If you or loved one was involved in an accident and proper medical care was not provided, you should claim your rights to the compensation, medical treatments, and time you need to fully recover it. Consulting with a maritime injury law firm will guide you on how maritime law applies to your case. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye bye guys, see you in another video.